Let's go ahead and clear the energies first. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to Tarot Today. Tarot Today with ArcanaUniverse. As a friendly reminder, this is, love energy already right off the bat. Yeah, look at that. Please remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story. Alright, let's see what the energy is for today. And as a friendly reminder, all of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the right time. So what are we starting off with? Yeah, there's like this is going to be some sort of like romance or partnership. That kind of energy is what I'm picking up right off the bat. Okay, some of you may be Earth signs, specifically Tauro, strongly in their Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Feel free to check out yesterday's reading. You can find all of my playlists in the description of this video. I categorize them so you can find, all the messages that you need. All the Tarot Today videos are going to be in one folder, and then if you're curious about your signs, those you can find those in a different playlist. So feel free to check out the link in the description of this video. But we had this. Hello, Firmino. I don't want to mess up your first name, so I'm just gonna call you Firmino. But if you have a question that is not a collective question, if it's like a personal question, I would recommend keep that question in your mind and let's see if it gets answered, okay? I'm going to be, because I'm very good at picking up energies, and so if your story is meant to come up at this time, it will. I'm going to have different portions and sections within this reading. So how I usually like to start the reading is to just kind of get the overall energy and message coming through. And then I have this portion where it's the spinny spin, which is we're going to spin a wheel and we're going to dive deeper into different areas of your life that need some level of clarification. So I would hang tight for now. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel as you wait. But yeah, let's get started. So as I just mentioned, this energy, the death card, was heavily in yesterday's reading. So right off the bat, I feel like, some of you may perhaps have an ending or some sort when it comes to a strong connection, okay? It can be romantic, it can be friendship, or even family relations, but I'm getting some sort of like commitment kind of energy that you may have been in. It has been very like rocky, and it finally like clicked, and the universe is severing you from this person, or have severed you, or is going to. Remember, the time is fluid, so some of you may be experiencing this energy right now, or it happened in the past, or it's about to happen. But I see here there is definitely this ending where the divine, the universe, stepped in and was like, no, you're not going to be in this situation anymore, because this connection, whatever connection you were in, it became very stressful. And this is something that you would stay up and wonder, like, how come this connection isn't working out? You are very much within your thoughts. And there's some level of a waiting game too. Like, this is a lot, like, you feel like time, so much time has passed by, and there's some level of somebody is not making some sort of like decision. So that's the reason why the divine, the universe came in and made that decision for you. They made it very clear that you couldn't be within this connection, due to somebody's stubborn ways. They thought that they knew it all. They thought that they didn't owe you anything. And it's almost as if they were only there for you during the good times, wasn't there for you, during your worst bad times when you needed somebody the most. And this, I feel like this person made you feel like an option ultimately. Like, they may have came in really strong and wanted to, be really indulgent with you, and you guys would, a part of you gave in to this connection because you felt like, you wanted something that was all or nothing in a sense. You felt like you didn't have anything to lose. You thought, what could go wrong? And you realized this person really took advantage of you. This person made you wait, didn't, kind of kept you in the dark. And I see here somebody really had to work on themselves here. Like, they may have even blamed or used work as an excuse to be like, oh, I'm busy or I can't get back to you. But I definitely see some level of a distance that came between the two of you, and this time apart hasn't really, instead of being calm and collected, instead you've been spiraling within your thoughts, wondering, what are they doing? Are they talking to other people? Like, why don't they, like, something about you gave all of yourself to them, but they didn't give all of themselves to you. And some of you may be in some sort of like relationship with this person, or it really felt like a great connection, friendship, family, whatever, whichever resonates with you. But this connection, there was a lot of love there. Like, it felt like you guys could last the test of time, but as time progressed, you realize that something was wrong. Like, this person, the way they think, it's like almost like they weren't logical. They thought they were making perfect sense. They thought, like, I'm really getting this energy of somebody who thought they knew it all. They felt like they know how to I get hiccups when I channel. They really felt like they knew it all. They really gave off this energy like they were a know-it-all. Even if they made mistakes, they never owned up to it. They somehow blamed you for it or made you feel like you were crazy for thinking certain things, even though you were right, even though it was true. But they just really had a way of, like, saying things that just did not make sense. And you soon realize, like, you know what, maybe it's like a mental thing. Like, some of you really thought the reason why they're not able to see things on the same page as you, and the same mentality, is because, well, one, they don't think like you, and two, you feel like there's something like mentally wrong with them. It's like, no matter how much you try to grill into their mind and give examples and scenarios and all of that, but they're still not catching on. They're still like, stuck in the past, stuck in their ways. It's not progressing. And so the universe really had to come in and made you feel like you were tired of giving this person chances. You were just like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue with this, because every time you try to be serious, try to have like a fair and concise kind of communication, they would just walk away. They would just walk away. And it was almost like very passive aggressive kind of energy is what I'm picking up here, okay? So why did we need to know that? I knew this was gonna come up. So right now I feel like you're really at this like energy of limbo, because you still hold love for this person, but you can't handle their in and out ways, their immature ways. You feel like you're not talking to a grown up. You're talking to some kid, like some immature person stuck in a woman or man's body, and you just kind of felt like they don't take you seriously, so you can't take them seriously. Like you're just kind of like blocking your energy away from them. Yeah, strong immaturity energy coming through. So either they're younger than you, there's some sort of age difference going on, or they just, even if they're like 80, 90, they still act immature, or like they haven't matured in some shape or form is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so now this is the portion of the spinny spin. So if anybody is, curious about any specific areas in their life that they need clarity or insights or a message from the universe, God, now is the time to kind of hold that energy within your thoughts. Hello, Duchess. So this is a collective reading. It doesn't matter what sign you are. Know that you found it at the right time. So right now we're about to do a spinny spin. I do have a playlist. If you look under the description of this video, you can find the playlist link. And through that link, I'd recommend just checking out the playlist, whatever playlist calls out to you. Let's say, for an example, you're dealing with a Scorpio, then you can go into Scorpios, check out their energy readings as well. You could also go to your Pisces, and even the collective. So this is considered a collective reading. So I'm very good at tapping into the energies, and if you're here, it's for a reason. And so, yeah, feel free to just check them out. All of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the right time. Hello, Lourdes. Welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, hello. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's do our first spinny spin, okay? So those of you guys who are joining in, you came at the perfect time. So if you have any questions that you're hoping for some sort of clarity and all of that, feel free to concentrate on that energy, and let's see what the universe has to say, okay? Lorda says, it feels so good to be live with you and the other friends that are connected. Yay! Glad to have you here. Woohoo! All right, okay, so let's do it. Present, okay. Lourdes, the last spread, the death card came up again, just like yesterday. So I feel, and we were diving in Virgo energy coming in strongly. And we're also talking about the present. So, I see here some of you are dealing with a significant kind of thing in the present moment. So, yeah, let's see what we have here. Pisces energy coming through. Yep. I had a feeling. I wouldn't have said Scorpio for no reason. Yep. So I would recommend Duchess to check out yesterday's reading. It was the death card was all over that. So some of you may be dealing with somebody with strong Scorpio energy in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. All right. So present energy. It's so funny when spirit is so direct and to the point. It's literally talking about how, I'm picking up on an energy. Somebody here is very curious about finding out the truth. Um, they're utilizing, like Google, YouTube, TikTok, whatever ways, even Instagram, whatever ways of finding out and seeking the truth. I am getting very detective energy is what I'm getting here. So some of you, remember, roles can be reversed. But, oh, nice. Lourdes is like my friend is Pisces, yeah. So I see here that there is Shamo says, can't have a cross in the presence of cars that do nothing but evil. Hello, Shamo, welcome. Guess what? Please, let's not pretend you know everything, because you say you can't, but here we are. I have a cross, because I'm Christian. And so I would highly recommend that we don't get confused about what you're taught, what you picked up, and what's reality, okay? Remember, these are a deck of cards. I'm not asking the cards to tell me stuff. I'm asking God here because I'm a child of God. And so, hello, Mazzy. And so I will say not all readers, not all spiritual advisors are created equal. They're not. And so I am glad that you are, it's like walking, Shamo says, it's like walking through the hood claiming your blood, but in reality, you're a civilian. It's called false flagging. It's not. It's how you categorize me as what you think is reality. So, I understand because that's what you know, but once you realize, feel free to just hang out and see what I'm about, because I'm all about speaking the truth, okay? So I'm an energy reader. I wasn't blessed with this gift. It was God who blessed me with this gift, and God told me to utilize this gift to help other people. So I'm not on here telling people to do bad things, nothing like that. People on here are legitimately going through a difficult time. They have asked God, the universe, for help, insights. And as a child and messenger of God, I'm utilizing my gifts that God gave me, And yes, Jesus Christ is the way. And if you would like, feel free to look up the Bible verse, John chapter 8, verse 32. It says, the truth will set you free. I even was given direct message from God saying, hey, look up Jeremiah 3:3. And it says you can ask God. I'm not here asking anybody else. I'm asking God to show me the truth. And God said I can ask him the truth and he will tell me unthinkable things you can't search. And so feel free to, do your research and go check those verses out. And you will know. And like I mentioned, I never, Shamo says, you get what you're doing from prayers, not cars. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just letting you know if you really claim to be Christian. Yeah, that's John, who was one of the disciples. None of us are. Okay, remember, Shamo, please talk to God, ask God. Feel free to ask God if what I'm doing, helping people, is right or wrong. Okay? I pray. These are a deck of cards. I feel like people who look down upon it give way too much credit to the cards. And that's what's wrong here. That's the perspective that needs to change. Some people, they do rely on the cards and they think the cards are the ones that have power. That is not correct. That is not correct. Okay? So please, really comprehend what I'm saying and try to realize we're saying the same things, but you're refusing to believe that. So that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't wanna, you're disrupting the message that's coming through, that's helping others to see what's truth, what's reality, and so that they can use their best judgment to figure out their life, okay? So the more you try to be, be distracting, I understand, you're coming from a good place, but you're barking up the wrong tree. This is not, you're in the wrong channel to do that, okay? All right. Thank you, Duchess Lourdes, for all the see, this is what I'm saying. Shaman's like, wrong, I'm sorry. You pray and ask for the truth in life, but you have to means every word you pray. You're not the only one doing this evil stuff. Just remember, talking to spirits isn't anything holy. I'm talking to the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. So when you keep saying that I'm talking to other people, other spirits, so I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Not me, you're wrong. You're refusing to hear what I'm saying. It's like me talking on deaf ears. You're refusing to hear what I'm saying. So this is a comprehension issue. So please figure it out, but no more. Like, if you want to preach, if you want to say what you want to say, please do it on your own channel. If you happen to see a tarot reading, and if the tarot reader is worshiping the evil, whatever, doing black stuff, black magic stuff, go ahead, go talk to them. But like I said, you're barking up the wrong tree here. You got to learn to differentiate and recognize what is good and what is evil. That's step one. You're wasting your time barking up the wrong tree here. Okay? All right. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and remember, I know Mazzy. Mazzy is like, just ignore him. He's obviously on your content, so that's what's his belief, and let it be. Don't, like, people are saying don't pay attention, don't waste your time. But it's like, I know, like, I could ignore them, but they need to know, like, what they're doing is not right. It's not right. At least not here. Like, I'm doing nothing wrong, and they need to know. Somebody needs to be patient enough to take the time and to be like, hey, that's not right. It's not. And so remember, I just wanted to be very clear. People are like, read the cards, read the cards. This is, I just want to emphasize, these are a deck of cards, paper. They don't hold powers. This is like a wrench, like a map, like an iPhone. It doesn't hold anything. It's just for a visual representation, and it's my way of organizing the energy that I'm reading, okay? So just want to make that clear, because there's, people, not, like I mentioned, not all readers are created equal. They're not. And so I just need to say that, because it's not the first time somebody came in here saying stuff like that. And if they really are a true child of God, instead of trying to be a distraction, okay, they'll understand, they'll get it, they'll know and recognize my energy. But if they continue to do that, that's something they need to work on. Like, and yeah, so for those of you who are in here who is a child of God or has been curious about Christianity, I'm not talking about religion here. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about one-on-one connection with God and Source, universe, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. And so it's no coincidence you're in here. Perhaps they were meant to hear that. And because at the end of the day, I'm an activator. Like, I say the truth, and it's all a learning experience, and it's up to them, their free will, to whether or not they'll retain the information instead of just blindly repeating what's been told to them. There's a difference here. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for being patient and for allowing me to utilize my channel to pass that message on to those who have been misled, in a sense, who doesn't recognize that, not like how they were raised and what they're told is not the end all be all. You have to find out for yourself, what resonates, what doesn't. Anyways, all right, so back to the reading. So present energy here. So I see here that you want to learn. You want to gain more knowledge and insight. There's some sort of detective work that you're doing, because at the end of the day, you want to be more balanced within your soul and spirit. You realize that there has been a lot of darkness in your life, and you want to transmute it, is what I'm seeing here. So you're trying to utilize tools like the internet, social media, finding readings, and spiritual advisors like myself, who's going to be able to help you connect with your higher self, connect with God, so that it can help you transmute all these negativities into gratitude and blessings, so that you feel more lighter within your journey here on earth. And it's saying not everybody is going to agree with you. There's going to be people who are not going to agree with you, who like, just as I mentioned, like, speaking on deaf ears. It's like they're not comprehending what is being said, and so there is some sort of clashing of the minds due to not seeing things in similar perspectives. And so it's almost like an ego death is what I'm seeing here. People who have been not authentic, kind of like, sorry, I'm like getting hiccups because, I get hiccups when I channel. And so a lot of energy is coming through about how there is going to be people in your way when it comes to your journey that is not going to see things eye to eye. In a sense, they have decided to live in an ignorant way. That's the message coming through. Somebody is not willing to see things in the truth that sometimes life isn't rainbows and sunshine. However, we're given this opportunity to live and transmute and learn and help others along our path and journey, that it all makes it worth it, in a sense. Okay? And it's easy to give up. It's easy to just be like, oh, like, I don't want to do this. Like, oh, why do I have to be happy all the time? Why do I always have to do the right thing? Like, and a lot of people they decide to not do the right thing. They don't. And so, but the thing about people who are truly, they're vibrating in this energy of wanting to better themselves, make the world a better place. They genuinely want to do that because they are a child of God. They'll stand up. They'll do something about it, and they don't let other people who try to bring them down, even though it is so easy. And with a lot of like different kinds of abuse, physical, mental, emotional, verbal, any kind of abuse, if you do it or endure it long enough, it's going to wear you down. It's going to wear you down. And so it's like the best way to kind of get out of that is to transmute the energy, see things in a different perspective, see the hardships and the heartaches and the betrayals and the injustice that you had to endure. You got to see it as a way that you are now stronger. You have built some sort of endurance, and now you can recognize right away whether or not somebody is coming from a good light or not. You can tell. And so it can be difficult, especially when it's almost like the veil has kind of been lifted off your eyes, and now you're able to see that it's not always rainbows and sunshine, but that's the journey. That's kind of like the spiritual fight in a sense. It's what happens behind the scenes. You realize that not everybody is wearing themselves, like they're wearing a mask instead, is what I'm seeing here, okay? So what else from the present? We had this in the last spread too. Same position, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's somebody in your energy that you want the best for them. Like you care about them. You want to make sure that they're not bullied, they're taken care of, and all of that. But I see here that somebody hasn't been honest. Like they haven't, and it's almost like they're doing whatever they can to survive. I'm getting like very like war like energy here. So it I feel like you found out that not everybody is who they seem to be, and ultimately when you found that out, you're like, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. Yeah. You felt like even though there's a lot of history, you care a lot about this person, but you realize this person was fake. This person was fake, and there was just a lot of lying, some sort of cheating, betrayal kind of energy. They didn't stand up for you. Like, they were being selfish. Yeah. But your higher self is just like, you really got to see this person for who they are. Like, are they willing to do the right things? I see here they haven't. But ultimately you're sad about the fact that somebody that you trusted at one point, somebody that you really deeply cared about betrayed you. And I see here some of you even sort of like made like some sort of pact kind of thing. Like it was an agreement that you guys were going to be good to each other, that you guys were going to be monogamous in a sense, be loyal. But both parties weren't doing that. Only one person was doing that. Yeah. And it's the worst when, somebody gives you their word. They say that they're going to do something, but they were just lying through your teeth. Mazzy M says, we made an agreement. He lied and took everything from me while he'd been cheating the whole time. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. That was very heavy energy. Oh, by the way, I don't read like I don't necessarily read. I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't necessarily like I go by the energies, and so, but yeah, he's a liar. Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's clear the energy because that was very heavy. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, one more. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. All right, let's do some more spinny spins. I have a feeling we're gonna do 2 more, okay? So, yeah. So isn't that, yeah, for sure. Like, that's just for sure. I knew, that's why I was confident. I know you were like, can you do Pisces? But I was pretty confident your story was gonna come out. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and continue with the spinning spin. Let's see what other messages we need to know at this time. Love. Okay. Oh, yeah, strong water energy coming through, right? Thank you, thank you. Glad to have you here. Okay, I'm gonna do a past, present, and future when it comes to your love life, okay? Remember, time is fluid. Everybody's on a different part of their journey. But you will know. You will recognize right away whether or not this is your story. Okay. This was one of the cards, one of the final cards from yesterday. It was all about, we're talking about justice and how what you're going through, even though it may seem unfair and stuff like that, the reason why it's unfair is so that you can recognize that as unfair. Like it's literally staring you in the face and is trying to let you know like you're being treated unfairly. Yeah, you've been treated unfairly, and when the truth is revealed that that's what's happening, like we got to do something about it, you know? We got to set the balance. We got to put the scales back into balance here, okay? So okay. There it is, the sword of truth. So, and notice how in this card, that character is holding the sword of truth as well. And so, you know, I see here that you're being very protected. You know, God is protecting you, making sure that, you know, his children are not being taken advantage of. That there is some level of karmic justice and balance. But I see here in your past energy when it came to your love, you had somebody in your energy that was not being honest with you. They were a liar, cheater. They may have even stole from you, stole your time, your resources, perhaps even money. Okay? And this person for a while they were like, yeah, I'm getting away with this. Yeah, like I have this person wrapped around my finger. They don't know what I'm doing. They were essentially wearing a mask. Yeah, very sneaky energy. And they thought that they were smart. And they were trying to live this double life in a sense for a long time. But guess what? The universe stepped in, God stepped in, and the truth really does set you free. And when you realized that this person was behaving this way, it was just a matter of time that you caught on, because God gave you intuition, right? Your higher self is continuously trying to work with you so that, in a sense, can help you guide you through this journey we called life. That's the reason why I say it's no coincidence that you're on my channel. You are supposed to hear, witness, see something. Like we're kind of breaking it down. We're taking things apart so we can put all the pieces back together. Find and know why things happened the way they did. Because I see here, you know, some people will choose to stay a victim. Okay? Yeah. But when you realize that, you know, these things can happen, is what can you do now so that we can prevent ourselves so that it doesn't happen again, or at least minimize our chances of being in that situation again. And so I see here in your current energy that, you know, this person, whoever you were dealing with, they were very cocky. It's almost as if they know all the right things to say. They're very confident. It's borderline cocky. It's cocky, but they are very sure of themselves because, you know, perhaps they're good looking, people find them attractive, and they're the type of person, like, it's almost like they're shameless. There's something about their energy that is like they're willing to go after, say things, whatever they want. And it's almost as if like they feel like, well, I'm not gonna get in trouble. There's no repercussions for me. It's almost like all is fair in love and war, and it's like that is such a selfish thing to say, you know? So this person is very ego driven. They're not being conscious. They're not being thoughtful of understanding how their actions impact others, people that love them back. And so it's like I see here that they've been hoarding all of this attention and affection for themselves. And there's definitely some level of entitlement that I'm feeling here. So, you know, this person has been spoiled in a sense, and they feel like they're entitled to it. But I see here, in your future energies that as you are learning, growing, experiencing what's going on in your life, that the truth will set you free. The fact that you know this is going to help shape your future. It's kind of like that movie Minority Report. If you know something's going to happen, would you prevent it? Like, will you utilize your freedom of will? God gave us freedom to choose our, freedom of choice in a sense. But the thing about God is that if you are hurting other people, God is going to do something about it. Okay? All right. Okay, what else? So let's kind of just do you versus them, whoever you were dealing with. Okay, let me say this before I forget. Okay. So I see here, there's definitely some level of time apart when it came to this connection. This person, they're trying to get into a relationship right away. They don't like being alone. They like to surround themselves with people. And I'm not saying that if they're in a relationship, they're going to stay loyal per se, but they do like having one person to come home to, in a sense. Like they like being taken care of. It's almost like a servant that is it's so hard for me to say because this is just wrong. It's just so wrong to me. But they consider, being in a commitment, that secures that somebody is going to be taking care of them and that they don't have to be alone. So of course they're going to want that, but that doesn't stop them from, getting attention elsewhere. And so I see here, you really consider this person as somebody who's very immature, that does whatever they please, whatever they want. There's no sense of accountability or reliability. And so this person feels like they're not going to be able to get you back. They feel like, you're done with them, that you're starting fresh without them. And they ultimately see you in this very, I don't want to say they put you on a high pedestal, but they know that you have a lot to give. You're somebody that can make someone very happy, because I see here that you really made them happy, but it was just I'm getting this kid analogy where it's just they have all of this toys in the world, but they want more and more and more. It's just it's never it doesn't satisfy them, and it's the next sparkly new thing that comes along, they get all giddy and wanting to explore that. And so it's just there's no sense of they're not reliable. They're just very in this spoiled kid kind of energy here. And so, but I see here that you still have love for them. You do. But but they hurt you so much. I think I think if they were like begging you and saying, "Oh, please, I really want you back. You're everything to me." There might be a side of you where you might give in. You might feel like, well, people deserve a second chance. Everybody makes mistakes, and I'm not saying that's wrong. But what I'm seeing here is that this person has hurt you so many times, lied to you, cheated on you, broke your heart. Yeah. Mazzy's like, I hate that I still have feelings for him because it's been hard for me to move on. Yeah. So you really have to be fair to yourself. Like, that, and you see the swords here? This is the sword of truth. You've been sent, you've been shown all of these truths about this person. And the fact that you're still holding on, that's why you're feeling sad. You feel defeated. You feel like, you want to give this person another chance because you miss them. You have love for them. But yeah, strong third party energies here. This person is not, you're not the only one. You're not. And look at all of these, lies that this person has been carrying with them, hoping that you don't find out. But the truth surfaces. The truth always surfaces. And so I see here that you don't want to deal with this person. You feel like whoever you're dealing with, they're also like, the way that they speak, their communication style is very manipulative. Okay, they'll say something that makes you be like, oh, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. But it's like they're only saying that, like it's not the truth. They're only saying those things as a tactic. It's almost like very like, it's some sort of communicative tactic, manipulative tactic that they use just to win an argument, just to win a debate. But it's not coming from the heart. It's not coming from truth. It's almost like, it's like that saying, like guilty by association. It's like you didn't do anything, but because like you're around them, or so it's like accountability. Like they're utilizing your good nature, your good heart, so that it can benefit them. So you really have to retract your energy here, is what I'm sensing. You've learned a lot. This has been a very, it's almost like the fast pass of learning about people like this. And this doesn't just happen in just romance, no. It happens at work, it happens in friendship, it can even happen in family matters. And that's ultimately because, these people who are hurting people along their way, it's because it's all like, they need isolation. They shouldn't like hurt people this way. It's almost as if, like, some people, how some people they do better with positive enforcements, some people do better with negative enforcements. And I feel like, there comes a time where, if they're smart enough, they'll use that to their advantage too. Like, so you just have to be with somebody that is good-hearted. Like, don't give your time and energy to somebody who hasn't earned your love. And okay, I'm gonna say it, because I get it. I totally get it. Because I see here that The energy that I'm picking up is you may feel that you have enough love to include them. You feel like even though they did a lot of wrongs, even though they're not good at loving you well in a proper manner, you feel like, well, if I lead by example, it's like that saying, treat others the way you want to be treated. Well, you've been doing that. You've been trying to be authentic in how you approach other people, and but it's not being returned. And so you can't have a partnership by yourself. It takes two to tango, right? If you want to be in a connection, it takes teamwork. Do you really want to be part of a team where you do all the work? If that's what you ultimately want, and that if that's what makes you happy, then you're good. However, your higher self is like, oh, hell no. Hell no. You're God, God, karma, justice. They're saying, hell no. And this is where you have to really just kind of, yesterday I brought up an example of that inner child, right? If you found out your inner child, your child was being treated this way, you would be that protective parent, right? And be like, you can't treat my child this way. That's exactly how what God is doing right now. That's exactly how God sees this. And Mazzy says, growing up in the household, I always said everything, so it's hard for me to know. I don't know the difference. Exactly. And so it's, there is your genetic buildup, your ancestral ties, though how you were raised, how you grew up, psychology, your energy, spirituality, everything. Everything up until this point has made you, the type of person you are. And it's like that example where these people were just raised in a cave and all they knew was the shadows on the wall. And when they finally broke out of that cave and they were told, no, those were just shadows from the outside world, and they didn't realize. It's like you don't know. And so that the person that was, even in the beginning of this reading, when that person started talking about all of those, how, they were just sharing their perspective on all of this, I understood where they were coming from. I understood, that's how they were raised. That's what they were led to believe. That's all they know. But it was also their higher self directing them to my channel, to this live stream, so that I could activate them in a sense. Sprinkle a little truth sprinkles and just be like, bruh, like, your world that you know may not be the world that you know. Like, there's people in wolves in sheep's clothing, and as a result, I can see how, like, I'm not telling you to go out there, trust everybody, all of that. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. As there are good, there's the bad, there's polarity. And so we have to utilize and exercise our own free will and judgment and experiences from the past. It's almost like some of us, we need to relearn what we didn't get to know. And I will say, Mazzy said, it sucks I have to constantly heal because of this, which has now completely closed me off to love. I don't even trust myself. That's why you're here, Mazzy. That's why your higher self, God, sent you to my channel so that I can say to you, like, I understand. I know where you're coming from, but we must not let these people that have brought us down, that act out due to their own insecurities, jealousy, and ego, and took advantage of you in a sense. You can't let what they say be the end all be all, because you have to know, like, yourself, right? You know that you're a giver. You said it yourself. Growing up in this household, I always did everything. Like, you've always been a giver. You've been generous. So you got to know who you are and what you're not. And so the better you know yourself, the good and the bad, is going to help. Mazzy said, my whole life has been nonstop healing, and other people seem to get away with cheating and taking. So at this point, I just feel wronged. I know, I totally get it. Like, I can see that sometimes, like, that saying where it goes like, oh, good girl gone bad kind of thing. Like, you've been so good. It's just like, well, if, maybe you should join the other side and just be bad. But if you feel like that's going to provide you with ultimate happiness, try it out. But I'm going to give you a little tip. I'm going to give you a little insight. You're going to try it out, and you're going to be back to where you were, feeling like there's no point. Like, you're not going to be happy. Yeah. And so even though that may be the easy way out, even though that you feel like, well, if everybody can do it, why can't I do it? Like, that kind of mentality. But you just have to surround yourself with like-minded people. That's it. That'll be helpful. And I mean, don't you just love that we have technology? Like, this is our way of connecting with other people. Yeah, Mazzy's like, I've done nothing but unconditionally give and have gotten flat out robbed. Yeah, I totally know how you feel. Totally know how you feel. Lorda says, as you are channeling, you said that our energy of us in the live video is present. My question is, are there energy present too that might help them to change? Well, I always say that because they also need help. Why is the energy present? You're trying to say that my energy of us is in live video is present. My question is, are there energy present too that might help them change because they also need help too? Okay, I get what you're saying. So the question is, like, what can we do to help these people who are in the dark change, right? Well, going into it, we give them chances, right? We let them into our lives. We're kind to them. We're nice to them. And you didn't owe them that. You did that from the kindness of your own heart. So that was their first chance. And if they decide to take advantage of that, you say something. You gotta say something. You gotta make it known that that is not right. And if they continuously do that, that means they're not choosing to do the right thing. They're choosing to do something else. So that's where remember, it takes two to tango. It takes two to be in a connection. If you're pouring all the love and energy, you gave them a chance, you took a leap of faith, you did all of that, but you're not being reciprocated, then that's something that they need to work on themselves. And I said during yesterday's stream as well, that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it. And for you to do the healing and making it easy for them, you doing that for them, you may feel like in the long run you're doing them a favor, but it's not. You're just enabling them. They need to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and do the right thing. And how you can help, because I see here that even if these people have done you wrong, you still want to do them right. I admire that. That's great. And how you can help is to lead by example. Show them that you respect yourself enough that when somebody is being bad to you, you're willing to protect yourself and let other people go. And if they are truly ready, because they gotta be ready. You can't just force that on them. You can't force feed them. They have to be ready. And when you have left their energy, their ego is gonna be like, hey, what happened? This person was always there. What happened? They're gonna realize the difference here. They're going to see that something has shifted. And it's at that moment, at that point, when they know that you're serious, that you will only surround yourself with people who will respect you, with the same respect that you give them, then they're going to start wondering, okay, well, if they're truly ready and conscious and ready to heal themselves and be better people, they're gonna sit down and look at themselves in the mirror and be like, okay, what is it that I need to change? How do I get this person back? Or if I am given another opportunity, what can I do to not mess it up? It's all a learning experience. But Mazzy said, I don't find it embarrassing to keep being nice to people who wronged me. I mean, I don't think it's about embarrassment. I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about. But at the same time, if this person is hurting you, okay, Mazzy's like, I meant I do, haha, yeah, okay. Just remember, we can only lead by example. You've done all you can. And all we can do is lead by example. And remember, I think there's in 2021 there was 7.9 billion people in the world. You just have to find your tribe, in a sense. You gotta find like-minded people who is going to love you and who's not going to treat you bad. And yeah. People who are connecting with me, I tend to connect with people who tries to do the right thing. They're full of love, they're full of care. And you're not alone. You're not alone in this, okay? You are not alone. Okay, let's do our final spinny spin. Future. Ah, love it. What's their future energy? Oh. Future energy is done. Let's see what we have here. Future energies. Oh, I love it. That's great. Oh, I knew this one was gonna come up, right? We saw that earlier. All right. I'm from planet Earth. I'm just kidding. Lourdes is like, where are you from, Arcana? I'm just in the present moment. Okay. Anyways, I do try to focus, on the collective here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So future energies. All right. Let's just get through this. All right. I will say I usually try not to like share my location and stuff like that, and like personal details, because I feel like nowadays everybody can just be look and then just like look you up and stuff, and it's just like I don't want, I just want to be more focused. Oh, thank you, Lourdes. Lourdes was like, because my heart can feel your kindness. Oh, thank you, thank you. And I can, that's why we're connecting, because we get each other. We get each other. All right, so I see here in your future energies that you're going to be meeting somebody that is going to be like your rock. That's somebody that you can actually have some sort of partnership with. And this person has also been through some sort of heartache as well. And so when you guys come together, you guys are going to be treating each other with kindness and love, and the opposite of lying, betrayal, cheating, and heartbreak, because you guys both experienced that with somebody else. And so that's one of the blessings here. Like, you guys are able to appreciate each other and treat each other in a way that you guys both want to be treated, because you guys know what you don't want. So you're going to be, I'm getting here, this person, they may have been like celibate, like they've been holding out. They may not have been dating. They've been perhaps like very much to themselves, due to feeling like somebody betrayed them and broke their heart. And you're going to recognize and feel for them right away, because you're going to think like, oh wow, like I know exactly what you went through. I've been there too. And that's one of the ways that you will know that you guys share some sort of common ground, common experience. And though it is rooted from heartbreak, right? You guys both share a level of heartbreak and pain. It's something that you guys will kind of bond over as well. And I see that this is going to be somebody who's actually going to be your partner. That if there's any areas in your life that you need help with, like they will be there for you, and vice versa. And so I see here, the communication is going to be very good. The only thing I see here that might be a blockage or a challenge to this connection is approach them with an open heart, okay? Some of you may think, oh, what if, this person is going to do you wrong? This person is going to be the same thing that your past person did. Remember, if you're feeling that way, this new person might mirror you as well, and they'll think, oh, okay, what if you are going to be like the past person? And then it just becomes a never-ending cycle. And so you just have to almost be willing to, have this new start, and give this person a genuine chance. Obviously, if they are, you've learned now, you know how to recognize red flags, and give them the opportunity to show up the way that they want to show up. And if they're the person for you, then they won't be doing red flag stuff. Yeah, you guys both have a lot of standards. Okay, so hello, Ashika. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so let's see here. Hello, hello. So right now we're tapping into your future energies. Yeah, it looks like you're going to have like a lot of fun with this person. Okay, I see you like going on like fun dates. The intimacy, the physical attraction, physical compatibility is very good. I feel, and you guys are both, have high standards, high expectations in a sense, and you guys know what you both bring to the table, and that's good. Give them a chance. I love how, like, up until this point, we kept getting the death card, and then we see here with the Fool that there's, oh, look at that right behind it, Two of Cups. Can you believe it? So there's going to be somebody here in your energy that you're going to give it a chance with. You're going to see, where things go. I see that this person is definitely more compatible with you. You guys are more of a vibrational match. And I see here it's going to go well. Just make sure that, you know, remember, this is a free reading, okay? This is a free reading. Feel free to check out the rest of my page. It's all free over there. If you want a personal one-on-one with me, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. But just know that these are all free readings for you, so that, because I understand, like, I get it. Not everybody can, afford, of course, if, donations are always welcome. But this, right now, our collective definitely needs somebody who understands them. Like, that I, I want my collective to know that they're not alone. They're not going through this alone. And to look forward, like the reason why in the past things didn't work out for you and other people is because they weren't meant to stay in your life. You are supposed to learn and experience that connection, but you weren't meant to stay with them because you're continuously growing. It's like the imagery I'm getting is like a bush versus like a like a bush that stays low to the ground versus like a palm tree or an oak tree, what have you, that just sprouts out. And so, you may be like the palm tree, like the big red oak tree, what have you, the sequoia, right? They grow like, I don't know, what is it, like 100 feet up or something. It's like you're meant to go high, up and high, but you're like, no, I want to stay here with the bushes. You're stunting your own growth. And so it's saying, there's a lot of other trees out there that you can be friends with. Like, Don't feel like you need to stay right next to them. I will say, some of you are like, well, you know, what if they want to vibe high just like you? Then they're going to have to propel themselves because, you know, under the circumstances, like I'm getting jealous energy. I'm getting jealous energy, and so they're not willing to evolve. Like they want to stay where they are at. Like they don't want to evolve. Yeah, this you don't want them. You're you don't want them. You think you do, but ultimately when you find out like you know the past person that have hurt you, that made you feel uncertain about the connection, you're going to find out you're not going to want them. You're going to want somebody who is going to reciprocate, who's going to be a partner, who's going to pull their own weight too. You want a true best friend, okay? A true best friend. And I'm not talking about just somebody that earned that title because you met them like 10, 20 years ago. I'm not talking about that kind of like loyalty. I'm talking about somebody who is genuinely good to you, who will not take your friendship or connection for granted, who's going to be like your other half, like a ride or die kind of person. Not only ride when things are happy and good and then say bye when things are going bad. That's not what we're talking about, right? Okay. Well, just remember, okay, I know I'm getting questions about there's some sort of confusion about you and the person. The Okay, collectively, time will always always tell, always show, and the truth will always come to surface. And remember, it takes two people. It can't be just one-sided, because if it ends up being one-sided, that's called unrequited love. It takes two people to be in love, to be willing to put in the work for the connection to be successful. So see, are they willing to fight for you? Are they willing to stop talking to other people to be monogamous with you? You'll know. You'll know, okay? So let's go ahead and just clear the energy before I leave here for today. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. And if you're, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. One last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much again. Thanks for hanging out, for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.